Hello everyone, my name's Dungeon Crawler and this is Story to Fairies Forest. So after traveling for days and days, we finally reached Fairies Forest, about, almost evening time. And we're walking through and we notice that it's very quiet. Well, usually the fairies are all nice and they come out to greet you and they're like, "Hey, look at me, I'm a fairy." And we're like, "Oh, that's fucking great. You're a fairy." But there was none of that. And so we're walking and we're kind of like, where the fuck are they? Henry's all like, "I don't like this shit." Like, well, I don't fucking like it either. And then we hear this droning sort of, noise that gets louder and louder and louder, and Henry kind of looks behind and he goes, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "What?" "Fuck! There's a whole bunch of fairies and they're pissed off looking." Something pissed them off, wasn't me. So, we decided to run, except the fairies were kind of catching up, so I had to take up my shield and block magical spells and stuff they were throwing at us. And I was using the flat side of my sword to kind of ping them around and, pew, pew, fuck you, fairies, and I'm slapping them against trees. But, we did that for a while, and finally the fairies backed off, and we emerged from the forest onto this flat sort of area. And behold, there was the castle that the wizard lived in, and we knew that the princess was in sight. Except, we need to get across a rickety bridge, across all this lava and bullshit. We're like, fuck. But before that, there's this giant demon troll looking thing. And that's probably what pissed the fairies off, because they don't like evil demon things that run through their forest. So I was like, well, fuck, we need to get this over with quick. Henry, how about you distract the troll demon thing, or try to kill it, and, I'll get across the bridge, and, I'll go fuck up the wizard and I'll rescue a princess. And he goes, well, it sounds like a plan, but we need, some way we could get you past the troll demon. So I was like, okay, I'll stand on top of you, and I'll try to hack off one of its arms or whatever, and jump, off of you over him, and make a run for it, and you just, do your thing. He's all like, okay, well, that sounds, not dangerous. So we fucking run at him, and I'm grabbing the saddle horn, and I take out my broadsword, and I jump, and I slice, and I only nick him a little bit, and I make it over, and Henry just kind of crashes into his ass. And then they're sitting there, and Henry's throwing his spiked armor against him, poking him and stuff, and the troll demon's freaking out. It's got red, crazy eyes, and I believe it was a troll demon because it was a troll that was possessed by a demon, making it a troll demon. So yeah. Anyways, I make a run to the bridge, and then it's like, oh fuck it, and then I slow down and kind of creep across, because they have thin ass boards that are old as fuck and they're breaking. And I get across, just kind of jumping over planks that kind of broke and fell. There's lava down there, dude. It's gonna fuck my shit up if I fall. So, I'm being careful, and all of a sudden there's this bright, blinding light. Poof! And a wizard appears. I'm like, fuck, you're the wizard. And he goes, wait, no, I'm not. The wizard you seek is my brother, and he's in that castle. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I kind of figured that. He goes, he took something from me. I need you to get it back for me. I'm like, alright, what do you need me to get back? He goes, he has my stuffed rabbit that I have had since I was a baby. I was like, oh yeah. That's weird, but okay. He goes, he had a stuffed fucking bear, man. And I had a stuffed rabbit. Well, he tore up his stuffed bear, and so he stole mine. And I never got it back. And I was like, well, that's kind of fucked up. I guess I can do that. Do I get any magical spell or power that'll help me? And he goes, no. I'm just fucking with you. I'll give you something. Take out your sword. And so I took out my sword. And he's all like, this will make it so that it never rusts or you know, dulls or does whatever, and it'll you know, cut through metal and armor like butter. And so he goes, zzz, you know, and turns it all badass. I'm like, fuck yeah, and I'm sitting there swinging around the bridge, you know, that's barely holding on with, you know, a piece of string, pretty much, which probably wasn't very smart. And I was like, thank you, I shall search for your rabbit after I get the princess. And he goes, I warn you, my brother's a clever one. And I was like, I don't care. And so I run off. And, well, not really run, I kind of just skip across this bridge, you know, and, jump over the planks, trying to get over, and finally I make it to the front of the castle, and I get ready to go in. And that's the story so far for, Fairies Forest. Like and favorite if you thought this was fun, adventurous, dungeon crawlery like, and yeah, subscribe.